realized when I came back how people were truly affected. Not myself per se, because I am, even though I am a senior citizen, but when I look at people like my carpenter, who's always done work for me, who's in his 70s, and Calvin is, wife has Alzheimer's, okay, and here, when I passed by and I saw him to shave, and he was digging in his garage trying to find tools, where does he go and start over? How can he start over? See, some people can pick up, young people can pick up, maybe go to another city, get their insurance money, get paid, and start over. But where does a person like this go? What, you know, this is what really grieves me. And I've never been a political person before, but for the first time, I took a semi-active role in looking seriously at a mayor for the city. And I could not be emotional about this and go with someone just because they're my brother. I could not go with this because a dynasty has been in effect and we needed this dynasty. I went with a man that I felt had a vision, who had proven it was his business and could get money. And this city now needs money. It needs money. It does not need politics. We finished with politics. You see what has happened with politicians and with the money. It's not done. Is the reason I'm here. We were sitting here like sitting ducks for this water to come in on us, and only a few people have benefited because from the money that should have been used to protect the people. We pay tax. What do we pay taxes for? Okay, they said, well, we don't pay that much tax. You paid you paid what they asked. The tax base that they, if you needed more money. And then when I look at the culture that has taken place for our children, when our kids went to other cities and they look, and I knew this all along, being in education myself, I knew when I came here they were behind. I knew this. But after a while, you become complacent too. You sort of fall in line. You realize there's nothing that you can do. You're standing out there by yourself, and you begin to be the troublemaker. You know, you're talking about what is happening. So you get tired. So you sort of fall in line and say, well, let me just go right on and reap the benefits. And if you're not from New Orleans, actually you can look at, an outsider can come in and they can look at the weak side of the people. And they can come in and they can really move ahead. Because most of the people here just for a party. You know, it's a good time. And what has happened to the children, their education? When you look at, and the poor people, you keep, education and poverty are directly connected, linked. When I came back to the city in December, thinking I could have gotten into my home, only my meter was knocked off my house. It took me 4 months to get into the city. It only took the engineers, the electrician, a couple of hours to go out there, maybe at the most, to do what they had to do. But it took me going through the bureaucracy that long just to get in my house. When I came here, I had no idea. Otherwise, I would not have left this place go. I could have stayed here. I had no place to stay. Here was, I went around the corner to this little Springfield Inn, which is right around the corner, and I mean, for room, $237 a night for Springfield Hill by Marriott Hotel, right around the corner. $237, $17.50 a night for me to park my car. 2 nights, I'm over $500 for 2 nights. I mean, I told the people, I said, listen, surely this is ridiculous. So then the insurance people, when I told them about it, they said, well, you need to contact this, that, and the other. Most people don't have time. They don't know how to go through all of this. Here you are. If I were not afraid, I would have slept in my car that night. So I ended up having to find some people that I could stay with until I got myself kind of worked out something. So it is not. It's not been. It's much more to the story. people have no idea how lives have truly been affected from this. And on top of that, you know, I've had a lot of death that I've had to deal with. I lost my brother. I lost my niece. All in the same year. Lost my best friend, even though she was in Chicago. Then I'm dealing with the storm. You can only deal with so many crises in a year mentally. And for the first time, I could feel myself teetering. I knew. When I went to my doctor, she said, I think I'm going to have to give you something to help calm you down. See, it's dealing with insurance people, dealing with this. It's been more than, I mean, when I go home in the evening, I'm afraid. Because when I drop off Elysian Fields on between Elysian Field, off the interstate, all the way down Elysian Fields in that Gentilly area, it's dark. It's nothing out there. And I'd be afraid to stay out there. So even I live closer to the lake where I'm living now, there are people out there. But if you're not in by 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, you're still in the streets by yourself. Now, you have an influx of people that have come into the city. You don't know who these people are. They see your car lights. They follow you home. It's not safe. It's not safe. Who do you call? How long does it take the police to get here? For the first time, I've gone down. My son works for the Justice Department. I need a gun. And I mean, I never believed in armed weapons before. But here, at least it's safer because there are people moving around. It may not be everything. You may not have all the amenities and everything, but you're not isolated out there by yourself. It's I tell you, it's not frightening. It's outright scary. And I mean, when I get home, I go in fast, locking up doors. I mean, in my bedroom, I have all the doors locked that I can lock because I sleep very sound. So, you know, I don't want anybody to come in. They might come in. I sleep so sound. I may not know they're in there until they... So, anyway, it's definitely, I don't know. I just don't.